right in for you, Gemini. This is your, oh, hello. Oh my God. This is your July 2026 reading, and this is the 8 of Cups. Tell you what, as well, when I was getting all my tarot cards down, this relationship shift, this is from a different reading that I do, but it wanted to be in this reading, okay? I have a hunch, and let me know in the comments, that a bit like a computer game, all your relationships at different levels, we're talking platonic, romantic, friends, colleagues, your relationship to you in the world, it's all shifting. Some are in, some are, oh, I like that, some are out, but all of them are being put to the test. Next card you get is Jackpot. Ding, ding, ding. I like this, but it's the Ace of Pentacles. Now, when you get the Ace of Pentacles, and just think, you know, as Geminis, and you know that I love reading for you because you're mutable, I'm a Pisces. We love a bit of like wibbly over here, wibbly over there. You know, nothing, if you go out for lunch with a Gemini, you don't have to stick on one topic all the time. It's never going to be boring. By the way, let me know in the comments, what is Gemini's superpower? I'm always curious about star signs, okay? Let me know, and make sure it's unusual. I mean, I know you can talk, I know you can explain. Tell me what I don't know, okay? Challenge me in the comments, because it's only then that you really learn about a sign. Anyway, 8 of Cups is putting distance between you and anything that doesn't serve you anymore, even if you still fancy it, like it, want it, need it, crave it. It can be anything from sugar, I don't know why I was going to say sugar to dick. I don't know what's wrong with me. My filter is really off at the moment. What I'm trying to say is anything that is sort of hypnotically drawing you in. That did not help. Anyway, when you get this with the 8 of Cups, it means you're putting things to the test, and I call it biting the coin, which is not helping my whole Benny Hill thing that I seem to have some sort of OnlyFans tarot reading weirdness today. Biting the coin is to tell if it's counterfeit. This is about your relationships. Who's counterfeit? Who's genuine? Who's real? But also, and this is the kicker, and this can be a real, I know a lot of Geminis, right? And I might get hate in the comments for this, but I'm going to go out on a limb. The real kicker for a Gemini in relationships, whether it's romantic, whether it's, you know, school, whatever, is when you aren't being yourself for whatever reason. Okay, maybe there's a good reason. Maybe there's no bloody reason. There doesn't always have to be a reason, but there is a way that you are acting in the world that you know is not genuinely and authentically you. And this can come across in how you conduct your business. Many Geminis have side hustles. It can come across in whether you've even, you know, maybe you've craved a side hustle, you know that there's a genuine part of you has something to say. And I know that this is hitting home with you, so say hello to me in the comments. If you've got something to teach, if you've got something to impart, if you've got something to exchange, if you need to write a book, whatever it is, part of you doesn't trust the authentic core channeled friggin' message, okay? I may be channeling Benny Hill, but at the same time, I am channeling the good stuff. I don't know why, I got that music in my head now. Oh my God. And someone chasing someone with loads of washing in the garden. I don't need that in my head, and neither do you. Okay, next, 7 of Pentacles. I love this. I love this particular version. This is the Neon Tarot by Hattie Thorne. I get asked a million times. That's what it is. This version, instead of like, because normally you've got the 7 of Pentacles, you've got a farmer and he's leaning on his hoe and he's looking at his potato crop or whatever, and he's thinking, oh, do I grow Morris Piper again this year or do I not? You know, it's a little bit boring. But this one is really glam, and it's very much more of a Gemini Seven of Pentacles. This is quite a futuristic Miami Vice 1980s deck, and I feel like it's on your wavelength, Gemini. I also feel like some of you are not on your own wavelength, and a Gemini wavelength is a really eccentric and unforgettable thing, okay? Not just blowing smoke up your arse, even though I kind of am, because I like Geminis. But this is because you are the sort of, not the mad professors, but you really march to the beat of your own drum. And to be a Gemini, it's really weird, because Geminis have the ability to wear a lot of masks, to fit every social situation, to short term be in alignment with lots of different people. But then there is the other Gemini, there is the other you, there is the deep core of you, which may not need to connect so much with other people so quickly and so often. And sometimes, and I think this is one of those times, a little bit of distance, a little bit of quiet, maybe, I mean, everybody has their own way of doing this. Some people, they walk the dog. Some people, it's the whole swinging the gong, you know, being organised and I don't know, I'm not very good at that kind of thing, but some people are, and Geminis really are, okay? Sometimes for you, it's like astral travel, weird mind stuff that Geminis do. I don't care whether it's a bubble bath, walking the dog, or astral travel. Do what you need to do to get back in touch with the heart of who you are. And the heart of who you are does not compromise or conform to the norms of societal standards. Word. Okay, if this is tooting your horn, by the way, do hype the video. That's the way that you can tell me. It's quite a Gemini way. Go down to the like button. You can smash that on your way down if you feel like it. Get the wavy thumb. And then you go left where the comments are. And there's actually a hype facility. Okay. Itchy nose. Second half of this reading is, I don't want it, the erection section. It's the love section. Okay. Apologies for my behaviour. 7 of Cups has come up. Now, this is when you go too far, and this is always a danger being a Gemini, also being a Pisces, we're the same. Because you're mutable, but you are also dualistic, and you have, and Mercury is, I forgot actually, Mercury is also retrograde during July for most of it, certainly as we come into it. Gemini thrives when Mercury is retrograde. But for some reason, I think it's retrograde in Cancer, and I think that might be more difficult for you, especially if you're on the Gemini-Cancer cusp. Just saying. Anyway, Mercury is retrograde, so some of this might be revisionist. You're looking back. Why did I do that? Why did I say yes to that when I didn't want that boring job, that boring person? Or why was I a boring person when I actually wanted to do this? You know, why did I not let my cat out of the bag, as it were? But this is when you overshoot that. And Geminis and Pisceans, we do this. We go off into, and I think Neptune is retrograde pretty soon as well. We go off into too far, too much, too la-la, okay? And we have and sometimes, and only you can know if you're doing this, and you've got to be really honest with yourself. Sometimes we do this to deflect the fact that we need to take a difficult choice, walk a difficult path, or do something that's just a little bit of a pain in the arse, but very necessary. And we go off into, could be this, it could be that, I'll half do this, I'll start this, I'll do that. A little bit of this with some sugar on top of that. Yeah, this is a warning not to let your very quick mind do the choosing, but rather to let that part of you, that core of you, the heart of you, the soul of you, do the manoeuvring and the choosing. Okay? It's about connecting with who you are, but it's much deeper than that. I think it goes back weirdly to, like, you know, you can have like constellation therapy and epigenetics and ancestors and downloads and all of that jazz. Okay. Also, I'm going to say that those of you on the precipice of a thought about starting a business, about doing something in the job you're in, about retraining, you are in very good territory for this over the next 6 months. It won't be immediate. We've got some eclipses at the end, mid and end of August. It's kicking off more around that time, but what you do now will be vital. 4 of Pentacles. Conserve your energy where you need to, but also invest wisely in terms of your money, and that can either be literally investing, it can be in a post office account, it can be stocks and shares and all, you know, whatever. But it's also about investing in your education, investing in your energy, your time. Gemini, look, 2026, and particularly the July readings, and July for every sign, it's mammoth, it's pivotal, it's a turning point, it's going to get really, really real. And those of us who manage to strip back everything that's bullshit in our lives are going to really benefit from that. And I feel like you're a prime candidate. And then we get this. And don't be afraid of this. It's the Hanged Man. What does it say? Perspective shifted. Yes. When you get the Hanged Man like this, it's like you have 2 timelines, which Geminis do anyway. So you have the first timeline, which is the here and now, the 3D, what the clock says. And then you have your other weird Gemini timeline. Both of these are kind of working in waves like this. So if you're not seeing it happening in the 3D, don't worry about it. And I'm going to go as far as to say, if you're not seeing it happening in the 3D, it's probably more likely to happen, is what I'm thinking. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use those for the love extended reading. Okay, let's look at love and relationships. There will be an extended love reading. I do a me and you side by side after this, which is very like, gets into the whole nitty gritty of it, and I'm going to use that deck for you, and it's about you and your love interest. But for now, let's see what we get coming up for you. Okay, I like this. There is a certain new perspective in your love life here. There's a piece of information. We've got the Knight of Swords. Now, when the Knight of Swords comes in, it's quite a Gemini card. It's an air sign card. It says here, fast, focused, and unstoppable. That's what she said. But it's about clarity and words and thoughts, possibly action, moving towards the 3 of Pentacles, which is like being part of a team. And it's the same thing that we see when we get the 8 of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. Emotion and reality side by side. Thoughts and logical processes moving towards, does this work? Can we work together? Are we on the same page? Now, for some of you, someone's wondering that about you. Get a lot of cross watchers for Gemini. Hello to the cross watchers. On the other kind of group of you, you're wondering that about, about someone else. Oh my God, someone else got this. Some of you might be on the cusp of Cancer. Oh my God. Did a little dance. You get the 10 of Cups. Yes. Mars in Pisces. And you get the Two of Cups, but you get them together. The other sign didn't get them together, but they did get them in the same reading. This is very nice. Now, if you take these with what we've just had, okay, information and critical thinking about whether relationships are part of a team, and this may go for all your relationships, work, play, romantic, whatever. Are they all in? Are we on the same side? Are they for real? Can I be real in their presence? Can they be real in my presence? Do they really see me? Do I really see them? Okay, all of these questions are not like romantic flim-flam. This is real. This is your time. This is your heart. This is your life. This is your reality. You're not prepared to go out on a whim here and go, could work out, because Geminis don't always need that level of security, but I feel like this is different. I feel like Gemini is the least needy sign of the entire zodiac, okay? But this is not neediness. This is a reality check. And I like the way it comes out. Two of Cups, 10 of Cups. Come on. I mean, it's bloody gorgeous. Two of Cups, Venus in Cancer. You put the phone down first. But also a relationship of equals. Now, this doesn't mean you earn the same money, you like the same things. You could be very, very different people, financially worlds apart, whatever. But this is about we're in alignment with each other. We get each other, even if we're completely different. And Gemini is often completely different to their ideal partner anyway. It just is. It's not, I mean, I don't know. Let me know if you are in a Gemini relationship. There are not many of those because there are not really room for two Geminis in one relationship. I could imagine it would be pretty wild though. Okay. What's the challenge? Oh, I don't mind that actually. Six of Swords, mission, escape. The challenge in your love life is either you or them bolting, slipping off, doing that thing where you're kind of there but you're not there, moving. I don't want to say moving on, moving off, okay? He's kind of moving off, sliding away, not completely engaging. So you may be dealing with someone that you feel is just not on the same page. Yeah. We get the Four of Cups. There is a need for some revision. We're in Mercury retrograde after all. For some thought about this, for some reality checks in your love life, for some thoughts about your behaviour, their behaviour. Now, whoever you are dealing with or whatever the state of your love life, sorry, my hair's sticking to my lip gloss. Whatever the state of your love life, the most important thing is who am I and why am I here? Not who are they and why are they here? There is a big piece of this reading that is about self-accountability. A big, big piece. You've got some bloody lovely cards there. I've got to just admit that. Okay. Cool. You have some similar cards to Cancerians this month. They also got that, which I love. I love that. This is like, it's not a new beginning because you got it with the Ace of Pentacles, so it's very balanced. But it's like hitting the go. This is start, the start button. Let's go, let's do it. I'm imagining that card will come up for most signs because July is the month where we just tip over into the second half of the year. It's Mercury retrograde, it's many things in retrograde actually, but it's also where have I been and where am I going month. And I quite like the look of where you're going. Temperance. This is the need for you to work in harmony, body and mind and spirit, okay? The Holy Trinity, body, mind and spirit. And then the Page of Cups. Now, when we get the Page of Cups, this can be an apology. Maybe you're apologizing to someone. Maybe they're apologizing to you. It can be the beginning of a love relationship. It can be a reawakening of a relationship. It can be a reawakening of love. It can be a spark of something, a date, connecting with someone on a dating app or whatever, which Geminis can do. I know you don't have to tell me. Don't come at me in the comments. I'm not saying you have to, only if you fancy it. I know it can be, I know it's a jungle up there. I do. But Geminis are brilliant at connecting. So this can be first connection, first spark, or just an apology or something where someone's offering something. And I'm not surprised because we've got the 2 of Cups, we've got the 10 of Cups. I want one more card, then I'm going to go and do your love reading. Okay. We also have the 6 of Cups. For some of you, there is nostalgia. It can be, and Gemini relationships, I don't know why I want to take one more, but I do. Gemini, oof, that's nice. Relationships, it's like, because you're operating in a different timeline to practically the rest of the world, it's not like you even have like definite X's all the time. Sometimes people are in between. So when we get the 6 of Cups, because it's nostalgia as well, there could be it could be unfinished business here, okay, of some kind. It may not be you want to get back with them. It can just be there's some psychic leftovers. And then the Star. Now this is major arcana. You don't have many major arcana, just the Hanged Man and Temperance. This is saying to you, literally, where is your true north in terms of business, relationship and life? Things are about to get real, okay? Buckle up, tune in, drop into it. My bossy finger's coming out. Oh dear, I think I've ended where I started, haven't I? Anyhow, right, I'm off to do the extended love reading. It will be you and me side by side, and we look at what's coming up. We look at the difficulties, the challenges, and what brings you together and what to do next. Okay, we look at your energy and your person's energy with 2 decks side by side, one in the middle. The link is below. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.